Hi, I'm Terry Crews.
I'm Michael B. Jordan.
I'm John Cena.
We're the Try Guys.
And this is everything
I do in a day.
I wake up in the morning at 4:45 a.m. I have a vibrating alarm that vibrates my pillow. There will be no snoozing in Terry Crews' house.
I don't ever hit snooze.
My body is a natural alarm clock. Whether I like it or not, I get up around 5 o'clock in the morning, but then I go back to sleep depending on what I have to do. It's like a second sleep. It's like the really, really good sleep.
My alarm clock is set up in intervals. When I get that first one at 4:45, I know, oh, I still got time. It's not even almost 5:45. Then I go back to sleep. Then it comes back at 5:15. I've got another trick. I get another few minutes of sleep. Love it. Wait, So it's like I slowly tease myself. So by the time that I actually have to get up, I'm ready to go.
No matter what time I go to bed, I'm usually up 4:35. The sound of the moon wakes me up. The first thing I do is I roll over and I kiss my lady on her cheek. I tell her I love her. I stumble out of bed because I have to warm my right foot up. It's kind of like, an old 76 with a carburetor.
Ideally, I get up at 6 in the morning. I use the alarm on my phone because I can make it quiet and gentle, not to wake up my sleeping bride.
I wake up to Beyonce. I do. I love Beyonce. She makes me strong. She's my spirit animal.
I wake up between the hours of 6 and 7 a.m. I wake up with an alarm. If the wake up is past 7 a.m., it is by the sun. I think, personally, snooze is the worst device ever invented.
My usual schedule is waking up around 10 a.m. It is an alarm that wakes me up. I am not a morning person. I snooze. So if I have to wake up at 10, I'll have one at 9:45, 9:55, and then 10. Yeah, it takes me a while.
I wake up anytime from around 6 a.m. to about 6 p.m. If it's a 6 a.m. kind of day, usually I'm awoken by my alarm, which I set 2 alarms. One at the time I need to be up, and one 3 minutes after the time I need to be up.
I wake up every day around 9 a.m.-ish. I say ish because I'm on my phone for like 45 minutes to an hour. I have my first alarm kind of turn on around 6 a.m., and then in increments of 20 minutes, I have it ring because the last couple hours of sleep, I like to have it just be interrupted so it feels like I'm sleeping for longer. I don't know why, but I've been doing that for a while.
I wake up whenever I wake up. I set my alarm for the time that I should wake up at minus 5 minutes, which varies between 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then I set a new alarm for 5 minutes later, and then I get up. But the 5 minutes are delicious.
The first thing I do when I open my eyes, I just wish I was still sleeping. I don't love sleep, but I enjoy sleep. My alarm, it gives my girlfriend PTSD. It's the same alarm. It's Constellation. It's one of the Apple defaults. It is just so damn annoying, but it gets me out of bed. I have my alarm set for 6:30 every morning. I can get out of bed as early as like 6:45. That's pretty much the earliest that I'm out and up. Because I try to wake up while I'm still laying down, keep my eyes open and stuff like that. I snooze all the time. I snooze all the time. I can waste 30 minutes just snoozing away.
The time I wake up really depends on what I'm doing in the day. It could be anywhere from like 5 a.m. to like 2 p.m. I always set my phone alarm to wake up. Sometimes I have the one that's just like, and then sometimes I have the one that's like, but that's like when I have to get a flight. I set the alarm for my phone and put it like by my mirror, which is to the left of my bed. So I have to get up to turn the alarm off. So I'm up. So I just kind of like stare around and remember where I am, which sounds a bit dark, but it's like in a good way.
What time I wake up depends on if I'm touring in summer or not. Because if I'm touring in summer, I'll like sleep in whatever, like usually 11 or something. But if I'm doing school, that kind of sucks, and my mom wakes me up to do school. If I have school, I wake up at like 9 or 10.
Whatever time I'm supposed to be up, I have that set, and then like 5 and 10 and 15 minutes after that. When I'm snoozing, I start to negotiate with myself of like what things I won't do. Okay, well, like I won't make myself eggs, I'll just eat that banana. Or I'll just, okay, well, I'm not gonna look for a cute outfit, I'll just put on what I have last night. It's fine. Like I start to give myself some more time by giving up things that like would actually be good for me during the day.
Our bus drives, so we wake up in the next city, and typically it's very bumpy until around 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is when the bus stops driving, and that is when we finally get like our real sound sleep. And then from like 8 to 10, we try and get some real rest.
So when we wake up, we crawl out of our little coffins on the bus into a bleak, dark black nightmare because there's no light in the middle of the bus, and then you slowly emerge like a little snail.
And the first thing I do is I guess I stretch maybe, but not like a yoga stretch, more just like, you know what I mean? After I stretch, I usually half nap for another 10 minutes. It's not sleeping, but it's not sleeping.
I do check my phone when I wake up. I do. I want to say that I don't, but I do. It's who texted me overnight? What emails have I received overnight? And what's happening on Instagram? And sometimes I check the news, so I feel better about myself when I check the news. But then I feel worse afterwards, so.
Always get out on the right foot. Right foot is the first thing that touches the ground. Jump in the shower. Shower is like the Kickstarter for the day. I meditate a little bit. Standing sometimes when I'm meditating in the shower, or I have a stool. I kind of sit down and I just let the water kind of run over me. It's a really calm and peaceful feeling.
I take about 12.5 minutes in the shower. Some days if I'm running behind, it's more like 2.5. I dry off the remaining parts of my body that are potentially still wet. I blow dry my hair. And then once that's done, I take my ring off, because I don't like the hair product in the ring. I pull the product out. First go knit forward with it, and then up with it, and then like that, and then I exit the bathroom. I then grab some underwear, preferably clean underwear, then put on some socks. It's either no-show socks, those, no-shows, or it's long socks. And if I put the long socks on and I realize I should have been wearing short socks, I get really frustrated. And I have to then get back in bed, reset the alarm, and just wait till the next day to get it right. So basically, socks are the most important part of my day.
When I actually get out of bed, the first thing I do is search for caffeine. And I put on a sweater or a cardigan and some sweatpants. I usually leave CNN on, Don Lemon, Anderson Cooper, and go straight to get coffee.
First thing I do is I usually take a shower. I take a shower every morning. I brush my teeth in the shower, which I know is kind of weird. I shave. I do everything in the shower because I hate coming out and then doing stuff in the sink. I use Suave Kids shampoo, either Strawberry Splash or Watermelon Blast. I think it's Watermelon Blast. After every shower session I have, this is so stupid, it's gonna sound so bizarre. I open my mouth and I let the water pour into my mouth. And I turn the shower off. And when I hear the final drops in the shower, I take the water and I spit it into my hand here and I let it drop on the ground. And I'm hoping that this sounds nuts. And I'm hoping that the drop from my hand is louder than the last pieces of water that fell out of the shower. Does that make sense? I know this sounds absolutely insane, but I do this every time. And if I don't have the splash of water be loud, I have to redo the whole cycle and I have to turn the shower on. I know it sounds so stupid. I feel like a psychopath.
I immediately get into the shower. In the shower, I wash myself, shave in the shower, then brush teeth, moisturize, leave bathroom, begin to get dressed.
My shower routine is pretty simple. Sometimes I wash my hair, sometimes I don't. It depends on how much gunk I have in it. Wash my face, brush my teeth in the shower. If I have hair that needs to be shaved, I shave. Body wash soap.
The first thing I do in the morning is 100 push-ups. Second thing I do in the morning is brush my teeth. Don't ask me what the third thing is. Like a gangster. My morning shits are stupendous. I told you don't ask me what the third thing was. I said that.
I go and kiss the dog and hug the dog. And then I put my shirt on. I go get a cup of water, because water is very important as soon as you wake up. It gets your vital organs working. Sometimes I'll around and take a bath in the morning. I like a cold, invigorating shower. It keeps all the bad pesticides away.
I do my best to quietly get out of the bedroom and make my way downstairs towards the breakfasting area. I have 2 hard-boiled eggs, good, clean, grass-fed, pasture-raised eggs. They really make a difference in both my life and that of the chicken.
Right after I get up, I go downstairs to my kitchen and I have a very, very complex vitamin routine. I also set out all my other vitamins for the rest of the day. I have vitamins 3 times a day. In fact, I'm holding one of the little vitamin baggies right now to prove this is the truth.
I wake up never because I have insomnia, so I'm constantly in a nightmarish waking situation.
And that's basically what I do.